Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about Django and its related concepts like views, URL mappings, and templates, and how to render the things and display on the web page. So this is very interesting one. We are discussing this concept under Python full stack development with Django. By using Django, we can develop projects very much easily. Flask, when compared with Flask, this particular Django have the ability to do things very quickly. Many advantages are there when we compare this with Flask. Now coming into today's concept, Django, views, URL mappings, templates and rendering. We will discuss all these one by one. So Django first comes whenever the project is created, the particular app, whatever the project, both are different. First of all, we need to understand that. So the first thing is whenever we create a project, under that urls.py will be, by default it will be there. After that, we can create any number of apps under the particular project. Whenever a project is created, there need not be any urls.py under project. We need to create manually under urls.py under app, each and every app, and we need to connect that particular app related urls.py to project related urls.py to app related urls.py. The path setting should be done by us. Moreover, under the particular app, so in the URLs we will mention the methods and we will render them, and the particular URLs whatever we mention, those methods will be under views. That is what he is saying here. A request in Django first comes in urls.py and then goes to matching function in views.py. So Python function in views.py take the web request from urls.py and gives the web responses to templates. It may go to the data access layer in models.py as per the query request. So whenever database activity or involvement is required depending upon our query, we can it will access with the models.py. Django has a slightly different naming conventions called MVT, model view template. As shown in the diagram here, Django is here. Under Django, we have views, models, and templates are there. So in the models, we have database related things are there. Templates, HTML files will be there, and views. Views will extract information if it is related from database. It will extract. If any templates are required, those will be taken by the views, so that the particular execution will be completed under Django. Views in the business logic layer and templates in the presentation layer, model is in the data access layer. Like that, this Django will follow MVT architecture, that is model view templates. That type of MVT architecture it will follow. You can see here presentation layer, application layer, data link layer. That presentation layer, we have templates will be there, business layer, logic layer, views will be there, and under model we have database things are there, tiers are there. So like that, a 3-tier architecture we are having here, and this particular MVT architecture will be look like this. so that the communication will be done, whatever templates are whatever the model required, that will be taken by the views and the task will be completed. So this picture will give us more clarity. Django file structure. So whenever a Django project is created, under the particular project, these particular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things will be there. init.py, settings.py, urls.py, wsja.py, asja.py. By default, whenever a project is created, we have urls.py. No need to create urls.py there. From there, whenever a request comes, it will go to urls.py. It will be redirected to the particular app related urls.py. Whenever in that, the particular whatever methods created under views will be used, and so that the urls.py will be the redirected to views. Okay. And from views, any models related things are, database related things are required. It will extract from models.py. Like that, it will extract everything. The views will extract everything as we seen in the previous slide. So hope you understood that whenever a project is created, by default the urls.py will be there. Okay. So that whenever under one particular Django project, we can create any number of apps. App 1, this data will be there. init.py, admin.py, apps.py, models.py, views.py, urls.py, test.py, like that. All these have different purposes. Okay. We will see one by one later. That is related to app 1. Coming to app 2. Whenever we create a app 2, that also have these type one set of files under it. Like that, any number of apps we can create under a single project. So hope you understood that urls.py is by default whenever a project is created and an app is created, there should not be any urls.py. Maybe it is showing here, but it will not be there. We need to create urls.py, and so that the work will be done. Whenever a request comes, so that it will come to urls.py, that urls.py will be redirected to the particular urls.py of a particular app. That urls.py will redirect to views. Views will extract the information from whatever required from modules.py or else someone else. So like that, the execution will be done. Now, urls.py. So this is nothing but main app. So here we are importing, okay, whatever the necessary things we have, whatever we are doing here. If you observe URL patterns, path, admin.site.urls, and my app include my app.urls. Like that, we are mentioning the URLs here. Coming to my app.urls under this, so what we are here, we are importing the path and we are importing the views. And we are writing here that path of, okay, views.index. So app home page will be appear there. So like that, this particular urls.py is related to the particular app, my app. That particular one will contain such type of declaration. So Django has urls.py file under the project by default, and it also has a predefined path for the admin app. However, Django recommends mapping all resources via another urls.py newly created under app, the below example to it. So this is nothing but the main project related. This is nothing but the app under app urls.py. This we are supposed to create manually under the particular app, so that the communication will be done in between these two. So Hope you understood this. So urls.py for app we're supposed to create manually. The URLs mapping will redirect requests from project URLs to app URLs and then to the respective view function. A simple view function code may be look like this. So as I said previously, it will redirect to the views. So like that here, one method we are creating here, define. EF is the keyword to create a method or a function. Index request. Return render request is index.html. Like that, this syntax will supposed to follow. Otherwise, from Django.http import HTTP response, we are creating same method. Def index of request return HTTP response of hello world. Like that, these are two ways of creating under views, so that the particular views will be written and our work will be done, rendering will be done properly. So this is view function. Django provides a convenient way to generate dynamic HTML pages by using its template system. So here whatever the template files are, HTML files are there, those will be stored under a single folder called templates. Any images are there, we will keep them under a folder called image. So static folder will be there. Under that we have .bss files and also media files. Like that, a separate structure will be there for this particular Django. So this provides convenient way to generate dynamic HTML pages by using its template system. A template consisting of static parts of the desired HTML output as well as some specific syntax described how dynamic content will be inserted. So in which way we are going to display it, that everything will be maintained in the HTML pages. If we want to use CSS files, we can use. If you want to use some images or videos in between or web page, we can use those media files also into our Django project. Why? What is the need of this particular Django template? So all HTML files, as we discussed, we can't write Python code because the code is only interpreted by the Python interpreter, not by the browser. So we know that HTML is a static markup language, whereas Python is a dynamic programming language. Both are different purposes, but we are using this HTML and we are retrieving them. Those templates will be rendered or used to display or while we are preparing the web pages. So that HTML, we can't write code on Python for such type of things. So HTML is a different one. By using HTML files, we are preparing or developing web pages whenever the styles or whenever the specific things are demanded. Django template engine used to separate the design from Python code and allows us to build dynamic web pages. So that is the main motto here, so that we can use those different templates, images, CSS files to make dynamic web pages. That is about Django templates. So this is settings.py. This will be under project. Under templates, if you observe the code here, backend directories, app directories, like that, different types of things will be there. Whenever we are doing the things that's a particular related to templates, that particular information will be maintained here. So by default, this particular settings.py will be there. Whenever required, we will make changes. This is about Django template configuration. This is by default configuration. Whenever required, we will add a few things to this. Under creating a particular directory, so go to the particular app. For example, app here is nothing but my app. Under my app, right click, go to new. We are going to create a directory. Then click on directory. If you want to create a file, click on file, give the extension whatever you required, HTML or text file, whatever it is. For example, if I want to create a Python file, then file name space .py we will give. Otherwise, if you want to create direct Python file, here is an option for Python file. So extension automatically will come. If you want to create a HTML file, HTML will click directly. Otherwise, if you are going to click file, we need to give the extension like .html. Like that, we can create the particular files under our project. This is about templates while we are creating HTML files. So here is next one, index.html. Under that HTML file, what we are supposed to write? We know the HTML file, HTML syntax, okay? Like that, header will be there, body will be there, okay? So whatever the size we are going to mention, such type of things we are supposed to mention here in this particular code. So here H2 is given. So under that, welcome to Django is given. So that the size of the particular text we are going to display on the web page will be decided like H2. So like that. So HTML file, under this we can create. If you want to create a login page related one. If you want to do some more sophisticated things like restrictions you want to put. For example, the password should be it's 8 characters only. Then also we can include code here under HTML. Like that, any template, I think, but HTML file under templates we have HTML files will be there. Any thing you required that will be done under the particular HTML file. So this is example one. So to load a template, so get underscore template method. So here different things are there. urls.py and path we are creating here index/views.index. So under views we have index method is there like that. So views.py is here. So here we are rendering, if you observe, as I said, views.index. Index here is nothing but the method. Under views, this particular method, if we observe here, def space index of request template equal to, okay, load.get template index.html. So get our template. So for getting our template, this is the syntax, and we are going to return HTTP response template.render, so that whatever there in our particular from particular index, in the template file, nothing but index HTML file, that will be retrieved with the help of these two lines. So here the code is indicating that views.index. So under index is the template HTML file. Whatever there in the HTML file we have seen in the previous one. Here welcome to Django is here, so that that will be displayed. We can see the output also. So that is welcome to Django. The size we mentioned is nothing but H2, so that to the size it came. If you want to vary the overall size, so that we can change the values. Here it is running under localhost, okay, 8000, like, so that index is the overall template. That is why the URL appeared is like that. So coming to, in this session we'll end up about Django and Flask web server and server requirements and virtual environment, configuring things and static files. So finally, whenever a project is created, urls.py is there, settings.py is there, and WSJ will be there, like that init.py is there, everything will be there. This is nothing but which is related to project. Whenever an app is created, nothing but AP1, here few things will come, use.py, everything we need to create urls.py. Okay, we need whenever a request comes to urls project, from urls.py to this particular urls.py we will connect. Here views will be there. From views it will interact with models and templates, etc., and retrieve the information. This is related to app 1. Whenever app 2 is created, for that also we need to create by default urls.py, and whenever request comes related to this app, this particular direction, whatever we discussed in the previous, the same thing will be done. So under one project, one URL by default will be there. Under each and every app, we need to create URLs. And by using views, we can create methods. And from the methods, we can use templates. Templates will be there in the separate folder. Static files will be there under separate file. Media files will be there under media folder, and images will be there under images. Like that, we can make our web page very much colorful with the help of all these templates. That is the main advantage of this particular Django. Okay, so in the next class, next session, we will learn more about this particular Django, how we can retrieve things, how can we add video clippings, how can we perform a login page, login authentications, etc., etc. We can make many more things with this particular Django. And by if you see real world websites like so many YouTube, such type of thing, all these are developed with the help of Django. Why? Because Python is a much powerful one. Under that, Django is very much useful, and we can create web pages within less time, and those things will be lively, and whatever we require, those we can perform in a full-fledged way. That is the advantage of Django. Hope you understood, and in the next sessions we will see little more interesting things related to Django. Thank you.